Hello, and welcome to today's yoga class. This is a 30-minute restorative class. You are going to want a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, a pillow or a couple pillows stacked on top of each other will work just fine. And you may also want a couple blocks or books, along with a strap, scarf, or tie. We are going to start an easy seat today, so when you are ready, make your way into a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed. If your knees are higher than your hips, you might want to sit on a blanket, one of your blocks, or a meditation cushion to help protect your knee joints. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Notice your inhales and exhales. Feel your chest rise as you inhale and soften as you exhale. Allow your shoulders to soften down and away from your ears. And maybe bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your lower belly. Begin to soften and elongate your breath. Really taking in nice full inhales and complete exhales. Signaling to your body that it is time to slow down and relax. Begin by lowering your right ear down towards your right shoulder to find a stretch along the left side of your neck. You can keep your eyes closed here, or you can open them if you'd like. Nice and slowly back to center. And switch sides. So lower your left ear down to your left shoulder, finding the stretch along the right side of your neck. Nice and slowly begin to bring your chin down towards your chest. And roll it on over towards the other side, towards the back, and then switch directions. Roll your chin forward towards your chest and back over to the side. Place your right fingertips down over to the right side by your hip. Take a nice big inhale and reach your left arm up towards the sky or ceiling, finding a stretch along your left side body. Bring your belly button in slightly towards your spine to protect your back. And feel a feeling of lifting of your chest upwards. Still staying grounded down through your sits bones. Begin to unwind, switching sides, so your left hand will go down onto your mat or maybe a block, lifting up through your right arm, finding a stretch along the right side of your body. Nice and slowly unwind, bring your hand down to the side, and then interlace your fingers together, flip your palms, and straighten your arms. Bring your chin towards your chest, rounding your upper back. Belly button goes in towards your spine. Getting in a nice shoulder stretch. Then begin to bring your fingers up towards the ceiling or sky, lifting your palms upwards. Do your best to keep a straight spine here and only go as far as what is comfortable for you. Release your fingers and then reclasp your fingers back behind you, straightening your arms out back behind, broadening through your collarbone. The more you lift your fingers upwards, the more of an intense stretch you will feel. And nice and slowly release. We're going to do some seated cat-cows next. So place your hands on your knees and bring your belly and chest forward, arching your back for your cow. On your exhale, round your spine, belly button tucks in, chin comes towards chest for a cat. Inhale, belly and chest go forward, gaze goes up. Exhale, press your hands down, rounding through your spine. Continue to do a few on your own breath. Inhale goes into cow. Exhale, rounding yourself into a cat. See if you can sync your breath with your movement. And then begin to fold forward. So use your hands, use your fingers to walk yourself forward with your legs still crossed, keeping your back flat as much as possible. Still working to maintain slow, even breaths. Gently using your fingers, lift yourself back up to a seat, and then switch the cross of your legs. So your other leg is in front, maybe the non-normal cross of your legs that you would normally do. And then nice and easy, begin to fold forward in this position, finding a stretch in the other hip. Do your best to keep both sit bones rooted down on your mat. You will feel a stretch in your hips, maybe your inner thighs. Gently lift yourself back up using your hands up into a seat. On your inhale, lift your arms up above into prayer position, and then on your exhale, we're going to do a twist to the right. So your left hand is on your right knee, gazing back behind over your right shoulder. Belly button comes in towards your spine. As you inhale, sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, soften, release, maybe twisting a little deeper. On an inhale, slowly come back to center, arms go up. Exhale, twisting towards the other side, right hand comes to left knee, gazing over your left shoulder. Beginning to wake up and loosen the muscles in our spine. As you inhale, imagine the crown of your head is reaching up towards the sky or the ceiling, creating length in your spine. And as you exhale, soften, release, and maybe go deeper. On your next exhale, come back to center. Inhale, arms go up. And then we're going to make our way into a hamstring stretch. So your right leg will extend out long. Left knee bent, foot can come towards your inner thigh, possibly your knee. Inhale, your arms go up. And then a slight twist to face that front leg as you hinge at your hips and fold over your front leg. You can use a strap here as well. Imagine your chest is reaching towards your toes. for a nice long straight spine. Every time you exhale, softening, maybe going a little bit deeper. Gently bring your belly button in towards your spine, lifting yourself back up towards a seat. We will switch into the other side. So left leg extends out long, flex your foot, right leg bends in. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, twist slightly and hinge at your hips, fold forward. Place that strap, if you need it, at the ball of your foot. As you inhale, send air to your tight muscles. As you exhale, creating space, maybe hinging a little bit deeper. Always being gentle with our bodies, going slow, mindfully and easily. We never want to force ourselves into any position. We want to slowly move into a desired position, allowing our muscles to soften and release as they do. Begin to lift yourself back up to a seat, and then bring the soles of your feet together, knees go wide into a butterfly position. You can place blocks underneath your knees if that feels better. Interlace your fingers together, place them around your toes, lifting up slightly, broaden your collarbone, and either stay right here if that feels like enough of a stretch for your hips, or you can hinge at your hips and begin to fold forward. And same thing here, looking for a flat back. You can use your elbows on your legs to help your legs and knees widen out a little bit more. And continue with your long inhales and exhales. Begin to lift yourself back up by bringing your belly button in towards your spine, and then bring your knees up and together. Extend your right leg out long. Your left knee will come in towards your torso. You can leave your foot on the inside of your right leg or cross it over to the other side. We're going to find a twist. So inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twisting towards your left, towards that front knee, gazing over your back shoulder. Belly button comes in towards your spine. As you inhale, imagine your spine is straightening. You feel a lifting sensation up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you soften, release, bring your belly in towards your spine as you exhale out all air, maybe twisting a little deeper. And nice and slowly back to center. We will do the other side. Left leg goes long, right leg crosses over. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. On an inhale, come back to center. Extend both legs out long. Flex your feet. Inhale, sit tall. Arms go up. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Fold forward. Keep a flat back as much as you can. And same here too. Chest goes towards your toes. It's not necessarily about bringing your forehead down to your legs, but more so we are aiming for a flat back, chest to our toes, and finding that nice good stretch in our hamstrings. As you're hinging forward, find that point where you begin to feel your hamstrings stretching, and then pause right there. Breathe into it. And on an exhale, belly button in, lift yourself back up. Place your hands back behind your hips, fingers facing your toes. And then on an inhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, point your toes for a reverse plank. Use the muscles in your core and your legs. Exhale, slowly lower. Cross your legs and rock yourself into a tabletop position. So your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Feel free to put a blanket under your knees if you need. We're going to move through some cat-cows. So as you inhale, you go into your cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, belly lowers, chest lifts, gaze lifts, cow. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale, round. And begin to move into some C stretches. So back in your tabletop, take your gaze and look back at your right toes, back to center, and then look at your left toes, and then back to center. So creating a C shape with our spine. As you inhale, look back at your toes, exhale, center. Inhale, toes, exhale, center. And then some barrel rolls. So coming into your cat position, move your rib cage over towards the right, then down towards your mat, over towards the left, and back up into your cat position. So you're creating a nice big circle with our rib cage. We'll do a few in one direction, and then rotate and go the other way. Doing your best to isolate the movement with your rib cage, keeping your head relatively in the same spot. If you haven't already, rotate. And then come back to your neutral tabletop. Then move your hands about one handprint forward. We're going to take our right sit bone and send it back to our right heel, over towards our left heel, up towards our left hand, and then over towards our right hand. So we're making big circles with our hips. Do a few rounds in one direction, and then rotate and go the other way. If you haven't already, go ahead and rotate. This really helps to wake up our joints, loosen the joints, lubricate the joints as well too. Bringing a fluidity into our practice. Once you find your sit bones back at your heels, go ahead and sit back into a child's pose. You can do knees together or knees apart, hands extending out long in front of you. Feel the stretch in your spine, creating space in your lower vertebrae. Also creating compression with your hip to your lower belly really helps to signal the body to rest and slow down. And coming back into your easy breath if you lost it. And nice and easily bring yourself back up into a tabletop position. We're going to inhale our right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through and under our left arm, threading the needle. You can extend your left arm out long, finding a shoulder stretch in your right shoulder. Your forehead or side of your face can come down on your mat. Bring your left hand in closer to you, push yourself up, right arm goes up towards the sky, and then back into your tabletop. And we'll do the other side, so inhale, left arm goes up, exhale, thread it through, right arm can extend out long, find the stretch in your shoulder. Bring your right arm back closer to you, press down, lift yourself up, left arm goes up, and back into your tabletop position. Tuck your toes, plant your hands, lift your knees just a couple inches off of your mat, and then nice and slowly, sit bones go up and back, find your downward facing dog. See if you can get equal weight in between your hands and your feet. Sit bones up and back, feel the stretch in your hamstrings, a nice long spine. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, bring that foot forward to your hands, lower your back knee, untuck your back toes. Belly button goes in, lift yourself up into a low lunge, arms can go up. Find the stretch in the front of your left thigh, so your left hip flexor. And then on an exhale, bring your left hand down, possibly onto a block. Twist your torso open to your front knee. Right arm will go up towards the sky. And then exhale, hand comes down, plant your hands, lift your back knee, and make your way into your downward facing dog. And take a soothing breath here. And on your next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, bring your leg forward. Lower your back knee and low lunge on this side. Belly button comes in towards your spine, lift yourself up. Inhale, arms go up. Find the stretch in the front of your right hip flexor. Pressing down firmly through your front foot. And exhale, plant your hands. Maybe the right hand goes on a block, left hand up towards the sky, twisting towards that front knee. Exhale, hand comes down, tuck your toes, lift your knees, step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then begin to nice and slowly tiptoe your way forward into a forward fold. A bend in your knees is perfectly okay here. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. And then begin to heel toe your feet out into a wider stance. We're going to take a twist here as well. So left hand will go into the middle, maybe on a block, and right hand will go up towards the ceiling or the sky. Take a generous bend in your left knee if needed. This can be an intense stretch for the inner thighs. And on your exhale, we will switch sides. So right hand goes down in the middle, left hand reaches up, maybe a bend in your right knee. Exhale, lower your hand down, and then begin to heel toe your feet in just slightly. Now we're going to come down into Malasana. So your toes go out and then lower your hips down into a Malasana position. You can put a block underneath if you would like. Inhale, right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lower. And then lower yourself into a seated position. Bring the soles of your feet down flat on your mat. Knees are bent. Use your core strength to lower yourself down flat onto your back. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Roll out your ankle. And then flex your right foot. Cross it over your left thigh or knee for a figure 4 position. Allow your right knee to move away from your body and either stay right there in that position or bring your legs up and in closer to your chest for a nice good stretch in your right hip. Really use your breath here to go deep into these hip stretches. Begin to slowly unwind, so lowering your legs down, and we will switch sides. So your left knee will come in towards your chest, roll out your ankle, and then flex your foot, cross it over your right thigh, maybe stay right there, or maybe lift up on both legs, bringing them closer in towards your chest. Find your stretch in your left hip, and breathe. Nice, and slowly begin to unwind, straightening out long through your left leg down on your mat, leaving your right knee bent. And then we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest and cross it over towards the left into a supine twist. You might want to shift your hips over towards the right just a little, and your arms will go out long into a T shape, gazing over your right fingers. Begin to come back to center, straightening out long through your right leg, bringing your left knee in towards your chest, shifting your hips, and then crossing that left knee over towards the right. Left arm goes out long towards the side, gazing over your left fingertips. Gently bring yourself back to center. We're going to use our bolster or maybe your pillows for the next one. So lift yourself up into a seat just so you can grab your bolster and place the bolster long ways down your mat. And the end of your bolster will go right at your lower back. And then allow yourself to lay back onto your bolster. Soles of your feet can come together as your knees widen out. Feel free to put blocks underneath your knees, coming into a reclined butterfly position. Really allow for your breath to slow down and deepen even more right here in this position. Feel your lower belly and your chest rise as you inhale and soften as you exhale. Feel free to stay right here in this position to close out your practice. Otherwise, you can straighten your legs out long, keeping that bolster where it is, and we will end our practice here in this pose. So really allow yourself to soften, relax, and release. Close down your eyes if you haven't already, and allow your breath to slow and soften. Release any tension that might be in your forehead. Soften your cheeks. Allow your lower jaw to soften and release down. And bring your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And maybe take your inner gaze to your third eye. We'll stay here for a few minutes and I will bring you out of your Shavasana when we are done. Begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. And wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take a nice big inhale. Full exhale. And bring the soles of your feet to your mat, bending your knees, and then making your way onto one side in the fetal position, using that bottom arm as a pillow. Pause here for a moment. And then when you are ready, make your way into a comfortable seat. And keeping your eyes closed, your hands can come to your knees or your thighs. Take a nice big inhale. And complete exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. May our thoughts, our words, and our actions always be kind, true, and from the heart. Namaste.